We ended the week with a total gain of 210 pips, which made up for the previous 2 weeks of losing in just that 1 week with one trade. Back again with another video. It's your boy Roach. I don't even know who start videos like that, but we trying so. But hey, it's me again. And it's Monday, a brand new week. I'm finally back to the normal routine, being able to bring actual trades, actual beforehand pre-market analysis, after the trade analysis, all these different things, we finally set up. And so far, in the last video, I spoke about how less is more, but I didn't actually show you. So I'll include like a screenshot of the private community that gives a full breakdown of the results and the trades that we taken, how many pips we caught, how many pips we lost, which were losing weeks, which were winning weeks, and the monthly performance overall. So it's good to actually document your data. It's good to be able to reflect and learn and grow. And honestly, it has helped a lot with my confidence. So I just wanted to share that with you. As it is, this will be my trading style moving forward. So the changes that I mentioned in the previous video will still continue. But as I said, I ain't stopped, doing the videos. I'm still going to be creating content, still gonna be documenting my journey, still gonna be placing trades, still gonna be showing up. Even if I'm showing up to do nothing, I'm still gonna record that and share whatever I learn and show the process, because I know there's much to learn about it. So hey, if you're new here, welcome to the channel, man. Chill about, subscribe if you want, like if you want, just chill if you want, watch if you want. And once I find a trade, I'm gonna come back and give you an update on that. All right, here's a quick screen recording of the VIP group and the trades that we sent. I sometimes share the results of this community with the beginners community, and it has 461 members. And I also have a free community with 327 members that I share the results of the trades with. But we'll focus on the results on a weekly and monthly basis since I started documenting it in August. So we'll just scroll to these kind of messages where I detail the results of the week. So here for the first week of August, it was basically a 70 pip win. Here we have the results for the second week. This week was a loss, so overall loss of 70 pips. We took 4 trades for this week and only had 1 win and 3 losses, but only closed with 70 pips of loss. And here for the final week of August, we closed with a total profit of 140 pips. So it was 70, then another week at 70 loss, and then 140 pips. So that would bring the total for August to 140 pips overall, which is not bad by my ratings. So we have the results for the first week of September here. We closed the week with 140 pips, only taking 2 trades. From September, we started to really reduce the frequency of trades, but it still resulted in more profit overall being made. So we have here the second week where we also only took 2 trades and ended the week again with 140. So far, we have 2 weeks in September of 140 pips profit. And here for the third week of September, we closed this week with 140 pips of loss. So we took 2 trades. Then for the final week of September, I didn't actually send the update there, but I sent it a little bit later down in the month. But you can have a scroll of the trades that we took and the results of those trades. And here I detailed the final week of September, where we closed with a total loss of 70 pips. And I also retraced the steps of the beginning of October, where we ended the week with a total of 140 pips loss. So the last week in September was a loss, and the first week in October was a larger loss. The second week in October, we ended the week with a total gain of 210 pips, which made up for the previous 2 weeks of losing in just that 1 week with one trade. And then I started detailing the monthly breakdown as well as the weekly breakdown so we can have an even longer term view on the results. So for the month of September, we ended with 170 pips. And the month of August, we actually ended with 140 pips. So we did a little better in August than September, but they were both profitable months. And thus far, the results for October isn't complete as yet because we're still in October. It's currently the 27th. So once this month is complete, after this week's results, I'll compile another weekly performance as well as monthly performance because the month will be over, and I'll include it in the next video. But this just goes to show that less is really more because I'm literally taking like one trade or two trades per week. In this week, I took two trades, and the loss still was not as bad as if I took five trades. So the loss is less and the wins are more because I'm ending with 210 pips, 140 pips, even just 70 pips is still fine because it's much more than how much I would end if I was actively trading every day. Good. So we back. It's Tuesday. I almost forgot that it's Tuesday. And I took a trade yesterday and I lost. On the 15-minute here, we could see the price action of yesterday's trade. I got taken out on this one. Price went back to the entry, went one more sweep, and then went up in my favor. Would have hit TP sometime this morning, but that's okay. Losses must happen. I didn't re-enter, so I didn't take two losses. And today I'm in this trade. I entered this one here as a sell stop. I placed the sell stop order, but I sent it out as a sell because I wanted to make sure that price actually closed below my entry before sending it out. And we came back as like a little retracement while I was sending it out. So I sent it out like at for the 7/3/5 with these same parameters, stop loss and take profit. So it's going to be a little bit different. It could be adjusted so you still get that one to trade. It's totally up to you, but this is the parameters of the trade. This is what I'm hoping for, and that's what I'm risking. This is how it looks. It's been a while since I actually able to come and bring a live trade in view. So yeah, let's see how this one here goes. I have this as a low probability trade. Not all my confirmations were met, but it still aligns with the strategy. So I'm going to take it. It's about risking it. Anyways, going to come back and give you an update once we get to any of the areas of interest. I already journaled this one. And yeah, we went up in profit, but price is coming down to the entry, coming back up to the entry right now. So let's see what happens. No stop loss at break even. It's either stop loss or take profit. We back, and this one was a quick L. Honestly, not really quick, but it was a L. Price came all the way up and kept on going. Say if I buy instead, I probably would have hit TP, man. Anyway, this is beside it. Something I realized yesterday, and this trade kind of made me think back and decide to record something about it so I could maybe make somebody else aware that this type of thing is possible. And even if you were a trader for more than a year or 2 years or how many years you've been in it, it's possible to go through negative periods or drawdowns or break-even periods, whether it's a weekly basis, monthly basis, or sometimes even a yearly basis. And the thing that I discovered about myself, I could say, is for this year, 2025, I am barely break even, but I won't consider that as profitable still. And I won't lie, I haven't made more than I've invested in trading this year, which is not something everybody wants to admit. It's not something that everybody wants to do. To be honest, we're in this game to make money. We're in trading to make money. So if you're not doing that, then you're doing something wrong or you're failing, but that's not the reality. The reality is it's just that period, I believe, mainly because of the changes that I had to make to my approach to the market and the fact that I've only forward tested it for 5 months of the year, and the refinement that I made that I forward tested for 5 months alone has been the reason why I am break even. If not, I would be much more negative than what I am. I would be in a loss than a break even. So realistically, if I didn't observe this about my strategy, if I wasn't honest and acknowledge that I was at the beginning of the year in a loss, then I could still be using the same strategy. I could still be neglecting to acknowledge that something is wrong. It could have been something with the strategy, it could have been something with me. And thankfully, the changes that I made to the strategy were enough to recover some of the losses. And I still have other sources of income outside of trading, and I encourage anyone that is trading, whether you want to do it full-time, part-time, just a side hustle, whatever the case is, have some other source of income, whether it be related to trading or has absolutely nothing to do with trading, but just have the income supplementing you. So you're able to still live, you're able to, still do things, travel, eat, cover for expenses, your bills and stuff like that, without having to depend on profits from trading. Because if I'm the first, then if not, then as well. But let me be among the first to tell you that it's not a guaranteed monthly standard thing. It's not that consistent. You can still be consistently profitable without making the same amount of money every month or every week. Whatever the case is, trading is not what a lot of people put it out to be. It's like you would believe that in trading, your first month you're gonna make 1,000, the next month you're gonna make 10 and 100 and so on until you're a millionaire and so on. But that's not the reality of it, bro. You can still make a lot of money. You can still have that time freedom and the ability to do the things that you want to do and spend time with your family, but it's not get rich quick. It's gonna take time. You're going to go through some periods where you don't feel like you're making money or you don't feel like you're moving forward. But when you reflect or zoom out, then you're able to see that there's actually progress even in these times of losses, even in these times of like a still period or break even, or even if you're barely profitable, there is still progress. Because for example, with the strategy change that I made, I wouldn't be able to make that change if I was not experiencing those losses. And it's possible that if I didn't make the changes when I made the changes, I wouldn't have made the change. So it's possible that I wouldn't even be able to identify what was wrong, and I could be going through extensive losses. I could be having wins, but my wins now are much larger than it would be if I was still trading using my older system. I trade much less now than I was trading when I was using my older system. And it's not that I forgotten the knowledge or abandoned the knowledge, it's still there, but it's just my approach is now different because of the negative period, because of the still period, because I went through a period which didn't look like upward graph or progress bar or whatever you want to call it. But that's the situation. You know, just zoom out sometimes, acknowledge when things aren't going just as good as you might want it to be, but also acknowledge that there's progress in those moments. You know, I'm gonna make the whole video about this. You know, we still got a whole week of content still left. It's only Tuesday, and yeah, this already done long as heck. So that's all I wanted to say with that. I'll continue the video and catch you guys tomorrow when I take another trade, because I'm done trading for today. It is Wednesday. We're back again at it the next day, and yeah, I still get on the same shirt. Bite me. Anywho, I saw it since yesterday, but I didn't want to mention it yesterday. I needed to get my thoughts together first. But this Sieg Path 20K two-step evaluation account that I've been trading now since, let me just check it here, the 4th of the 6th month. The 6th month is what, June? I had this account for almost 6 months. I had it for 4 months then, because we're in the 10th month right now. And yesterday, the account was finally blown. But there's like a lot of nice things to point out. One, Sieg Path is definitely a prop firm that I'll be considering moving forward, because the conditions have been really, really great for the past 6 months entirely. And I don't think I've traded one single prop firm account longer than that. So I guess that's a record, a break there with Sieg Fund, my own personal record, you know. But hey, I'll be taking another challenge account, just not right away. I found one of them sites where you just like you link your account, and then you have all your stats, all your trade history, the types of trade, your risk to reward, all the details itself. I've linked that to one of them websites, so I'll be giving you a much more detailed breakdown, and I'll also like leave links so persons could go and check the trading stats. Does that make sense? My data. So yeah, you can do that live whenever you want. So you can see how many trades I'm taking, what was the last trade, what was my P&L, what is my what is my expectancy, or whatever the fudge it is. But yeah, I've been wanting to do that for a little while now. These trading prop firms, got my mind more shifted towards studying my results, studying my stats or my data. And I would like as much as possible data to study. And if I can bring that to you in the way that I'm using this information to improve my trading, then maybe it could help somebody in the future as well. But it's Wednesday, and I am editing this video. I realize it's a bit long, and I don't want to, you know, stretch it out and make the videos too long and boring. So I'll end this video right here and start a brand new one right now on Wednesday, so we can at least have 2 videos for this week. Actively looking in the markets, nothing is changing. You know, I'm depositing some funds into my personal account, and I'm going to be connecting the personal account to this website that shows all the info, and it's like a journal. In any case, it's kind of like a journal, but a lot more detailed. And I'll run it on the personal account for maybe a week or so, and then I'll get a prop firm account and either connect it to a separate journal, or yeah, I would not like to combine the two. So I might try to find a separate website that displays all the stats, or if it's possible for me to connect 2 accounts but keep the stats separate on the same website. But I'll also give you the links and stuff to that website once I create it and have it up in the next video. But just giving you a little heads up on what's to come. And yeah, that's going to be it for this one. If you made it this far into the video, then really appreciate you. Don't forget to drop a subscribe and a like for your boy, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one coming shortly. So peace until then.
Bye, have a great time.